कुंज बिहारी जय जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीर वनचारी यमुना यमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यामुना तीरवनचारि जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन यामुना हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रील प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रील प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रील प्रभुपाद। युग धर्म हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की श्रीमद् भगवद गीता भागवतम की जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकाकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम राम। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानंद माधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं। हरि ओम तत्सत्। Hare Krishna. So how is this place for a session? Every place has its own advantages and disadvantages. I see a lot of advantages of having a session here. You don't need to walk a lot for prasadam. Whenever you want, you can raise a red flag. बहुत हुआ, प्रसाद start करेंगे. Any other advantage? हाँ, any other advantage? No mosquitoes. हाँ? Air condition. That was also air condition. Any other advantage? Chair availability for the senior citizens and for those who have knee problem, etc. So these advantages were not there. One more advantage is there. Systematic. Disturbance is little. Disturbance is always there. In fact, disturbance is a state very internal. Somebody can be in the best of the circumstances but still be disturbed. But yeah, distraction is more here. So many reasons our organizers were giving. I was not getting convinced. I was liking yesterday's spot only. But one reason they gave, I got fully convinced. They said some cutting is there today. Cake cutting. They said cake cutting उधर नहीं कर सकते, वो मंदिर खराब नहीं कर सकते खा के. So I said okay, ठीक है, चलो इधर करते हैं. Anyways, so this is a nice setup Krishna has given us. Children, yeah, actually all children can go out and play also. Why to? Anyways, they are not interested. जाओ सभी kids क्लास खत्म हो गया. We'll wait for the kids. So this is one. Okay, we'll continue. We cannot wait for more time. So today we have come to discuss or try to understand. The topic is, when does God reveal and when does He hide Himself in devotee's life? Srila Prabhupada often would tell in his lectures, God's lap and God's slap, both are good. If God puts you on His lap, puts His hand on your head, it is good. If God removes you from His lap and slaps you, that is also good. So similarly, when Krishna reveals Himself, and that is very good for a devotee, and when Krishna veils Himself or when He hides Himself, that is also not so bad. So the subject matter of today's discussion is, when Krishna reveals and when does He veil Himself in a devotee's life. One question to all of you. Have you all felt, you are all trying to practice Krishna consciousness? Maybe all. Some of you may be thinking to start. So, have you felt that sometimes you feel very close to God, you feel a very close connection to God, and sometimes you feel that you have no connection with God, you are distant from God? Have you got those kind of feelings? Yeah? So, when you understand something, do you feel good? Anything in life? But here is a subject matter which we are trying to understand that we will never understand. That is God. And trust me, when you really, truly from your heart understand that you cannot understand God, you will feel very nice. This is the contradiction in God's existence. In material world, if you cannot understand anything, you feel very irritated. But in spiritual life, the more you understand that you cannot understand, you will start feeling very nice in Krishna consciousness. So Krishna, He is not revealing Himself all the time, even to the devotees. And most of the times when He reveals Himself to different degrees. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tathaiva bhajamiham. So, for example, how many of you have seen a Rath Yatra? Jagannath Rath Yatra. How many others have also seen Jagannath Yatra? Almost literally everybody in the holy land of India has seen a Jagannath Rath. Theek hai bhai. Thank you. Thank you. Almost all of us have seen a Jagannath Rath Yatra. But I will tell you one incident from Chaitanya Charitamrit. There is one devotee who saw Rath Yatra, that is Pratap Rudra Maharaj. So, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in the mood of Srimati Radharani, and he is starting to sing some songs which in those days sounded like a movie song. So many people, they were just like this boy is doing. Oh, move. So many people were thinking, what is wrong with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He's singing some boy-girl song, some lover song. But only Rupa Goswami, Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam, only he understood the mind of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he understood that Mahaprabhu is presenting the sentiments of the Vrajvasis, especially Srimati Radharani, in front of Jagannath, in front of Krishna. And Mahaprabhu wanted to see how much is Krishna missing Vrajvasis. So he wanted to see that will Krishna come to Vrindavan if Radharani is not there. So sometimes he used to dance in front of the Rath Yatra, and Mahaprabhu had made 7 different kirtan parties. Are you all with me? How many parties? 7. Maharaj Pratap Rudra was able to see this. Nobody else could understand. There were, in all these kirtan parties, there were intimate devotees like Srivas Thakur, Haridas Thakur, Advaita Acharya. Everybody was thinking that Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is only with our party. But Maharaj Pratap Rudra could see that he is there in all the 7 parties dancing simultaneously. So Krishna revealed himself. Could Pratap Rudra Maharaj would have seen it on his own? Is it possible? Only when Krishna allows you, you can see. This whole aspect that you can realize Krishna only when he wants you should make you very humble. So therefore, bhakti is a path of grace. Bhakti is a path of mercy. We cannot have an achiever mentality in bhakti. We cannot have a karke dikhayenge, ambitious mentality in bhakti. No, you cannot do anything. The only thing which you can do is chant your rounds and be a sincere devotee. That's all. उसके बाद क्या होगा, you also don't know. So, thousands of people are seeing Jagannath Rath Yatra, but Maharaj Pratap Rudra is seeing a completely different picture. So Mahaprabhu is dancing in front of Jagannath, then the Ratha is moving, and then when he goes away from the front, maybe towards the side or towards the back, the Ratha stops. Because Jagannath does not want to go to Vrindavan without experiencing Radharani. So then the Chaitanya Charitamrita says that thousands of elephants were brought, big wrestlers were brought. They were all asked to push the Ratha, but nothing was moving. Then everybody came and told Mahaprabhu that see, from last 7-8 hours the Ratha is stuck here, it's not moving. Then Mahaprabhu just smiled. And then he went to the Ratha and put his head on the Ratha like this. And like this he pushed the Ratha, and the Ratha he shook physically and started moving. Many people saw this, almost everybody saw this. You know what people thought? This sannyasi has a lot of power. They thought this sannyasi's head is big, or some long head, big head, powerful, or jadui sannyasi, mystical sannyasi. So everybody is seeing everything, but different people realize the truth differently. Maharaj Pratap Rudra, when he saw this, he realized that Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. But so many other people saw Mahaprabhu pushing the Ratha from his shaved head, and the Ratha has started, that Ratha which was not being able to be moved even 1 centimeter by many elephants, by many mallas or pahalwans, wrestlers, just one humble nudge from the head of a sannyasi moved the Ratha. Everybody saw this, but they interpreted it differently based on their consciousness. Somebody said jadui sannyasi, somebody said powerful sannyasi. We give him all the dry fruits, so it's coming out. But Maharaj Pratap Rudra understood that he is Krishna himself. Once we have read in our reading sessions, in Jagannath Puri, Srivas Thakur and Advaita Acharya, they got into some place, I think in Advaita Acharya's house, temporary house in Jagannath Puri, and they started chanting Gauranga Bhajan. They started chanting the names of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Mahaprabhu became angry that what is this nonsense? One needs to be disciplined in bhakti. One needs to accept an authority in bhakti. In my presence only, you people have started behaving independently. You are chanting, instead of chanting Krishna's names, you are chanting my name. What nonsense is this? And he scolded them, asked them, chant Krishna's name. And then at that time, while he is scolding them, from outside people started chanting Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. And how many people were chanting? Thousands and thousands of people were chanting. So Mahaprabhu went outside and he showed them darshan and he said, Hari, Hari. And then Advaita Acharya is asking, when we do, you scold us. When they do, you become pleased. What is this mystery? So Mahaprabhu says, don't joke with me. Then Srivas Thakur starts doing like this. Starts hiding the sun from his hand. Then Mahaprabhu says, what are you doing, Srivas Thakur? With your tiny hand, how you can hide the sun? So Srivas Thakur jokes, saying that, yeah, with my hand, I cannot hide the sun. Similarly, how can you hide yourself? You are as, brilliantly effulgent, the Supreme Personality of God. How can the Supreme Personality of, if sun cannot hide itself, how can God hide himself from his devotees? So, Krishna never disappears actually. The core principle here is that Krishna never disappears. Basically, how our consciousness is, how our inner state is, based on that he adjusts his revelation. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam stathevya bhajamyaham. So on this background of Rath Yatra pastimes, how everybody is seeing but very few people are realizing God, on this background, I would like to place a question in front of all of you. When does Krishna reveal himself and when does he hide himself? That is subject matter for today's discussion. Are you all ready? So Srila Prabhupada again says in one of his lectures, Krishna is mystical to the yogis and merciful to the devotees. Did you understand? Mystical to the yogis and merciful to the devotees. What does mystical mean? Mystery man. Mystery man means what? We can say that this person is a mystery man. What does it mean? Nobody understands. Many movies we all would have seen in our earlier times, where we are seeing till the end of the novel or the movie, it is not clear what is the reality, and in the end it gets revealed. So mystery man, mystery characters. So he is very mystery man. Krishna is mystical to the mystic yogis because they like this mysticism. But to the devotees, he cannot hide himself. He cannot remain, or he does not want to remain mystery man. He rather becomes merciful. He reveals himself to the devotees, but even to the devotees, he reveals only to that degree which is beneficial for them. When you will read the Krishna book, you will see in the Brahma Vimohan Leela, when Lord Krishna is showing how each and every cowherd boy and calf is a 400 Vishnu form, and how all the Vishnu forms are separately being worshipped by, it seems, separate different universes, and how each Vishnu form is unlimitedly beautiful, unlimitedly complete, unlimitedly glorious, unlimitedly, infinitely attractive, and all of them are coming from the body of Krishna. When Brahma sees this, he starts fainting. So you can read in the Krishna book that Brahma is not able to handle this. He starts fainting. That means every devotee, based on their inner state, can handle Krishna's revelation only till a certain degree. For example, Hanuman likes Lord Krishna only as a master. So Hanuman chooses to prefer only Ramakatha. Therefore, we hear in the Puranas that even when Krishna invited him to Dwarka, he requested Krishna to give him darshan in the form of Lord Ram. So he prefers to hear. Now, Krishna cannot reveal the Madhuri Rasa to Hanuman. He does not like it and it is not beneficial to him. So Krishna reveals himself according to the mood of the devotee, according to what the devotee likes. That is why we have so many spiritual planets, so many rasas, and different devotees have different unique relationships. So mystical yogis, they want to see mysticism, something very mystical. Recently on Hope Farm Signal, I found a new company called Mystic's Mind. Some lady is there, she's reading tarot cards and she's foretelling the future, that crystal ball and all that. I never met her personally. I saw her photo, she was smiling like this, and then I called her. I want to give you some books, and then she was like, I want to understand Gita first. So imagine, she has not read the Gita, but she is telling the future of everybody. Mystic's Mind. Maybe once I'll meet her and I'll ask her that how you are able to do this business. I mean, why do people approach you? I think this unknown aspect of life charms the people in some way. So mystic yogis are like that. They want to be mystical. So they want to worship Krishna as the most expert mystic. But the yogis are like that. But the devotees are not like that. For example, the residents of Vrindavan, especially the gopis, they want Krishna to just deal with them, and they just want to please Krishna. They have no other intention. They don't want mysticism. So therefore Krishna becomes very merciful to them and reveals themselves. Vedeshcha durlabham adurlabham atma bhakto govindam adi purusham tamham. Sorry. But even amongst the devotees, not everybody can understand Krishna fully. Even to his most mysterious devotees, Krishna remains mystery. The core point, the key clarification here which I am trying to do is that why devotees? Why doesn't Krishna reveal himself fully to his devotees? Because he wants to do a particular thing in bhakti. Sometimes we perform mechanical bhakti. Sometimes we become complacent in our practice of bhakti. That's why sometimes we feel bored also. Some children, they feel bored. Some people, they feel bored. And then we start taking Krishna for granted. Just like we take prasadam for granted sometimes, or we take morning program for granted sometimes. So that is called complacency. If Krishna will reveal everything to you, we will become complacent. We'll take him for granted. We'll start getting bored, and then we'll start performing mechanical bhakti. At the same time, if Krishna does not reveal himself to you even a little bit, if he does not give you some hope, then you'll only lose hope in bhakti. So suppose we are having some overwhelming suffering in life, we will have collapse of faith, loss of hope. So Krishna wants to avoid both these situations. He does not want to give complacency, and he does not want to give phobia. So therefore, a balance, a middle path between both is called as flow. So therefore, Krishna will give you fresher challenges. Krishna will give us fresher challenges in our bhakti, so that we don't feel bored also, we don't feel mechanical also, we don't feel complacent also. And at the same time, he will give us those kind of challenges which we can handle also. So therefore, Srila Prabhupada writes a letter to all his managers saying that all you managers should create fresher challenges for all the devotees in the temple. This is completely in line with the mood of Krishna. He maintains the flow. He will always put you on your toes so that you do not become complacent also and you do not collapse also. So this is the personality of Krishna. For example, during Ras Leela, it is mentioned that the gopis, they started feeling a little bit pride, or some kind of, they started taking Krishna a little lightly, that we are so fortunate, Krishna is with us, he will never leave us. And what happens? Immediately he disappears. But then, even after disappearing, what he does? Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes that he combined all the gopis together through feeling of separation. It is not that he remained only with Radharani, he left Radharani also. So the gopis were thinking, oh, we took him for granted, we became complacent, we became proud, so he left us. But he has taken, just see these footprints, he is taking one gopi. That gopi must be so fortunate, must have worshipped Krishna so nicely, must have satisfied Krishna so nicely. But after walking for some time, they find Radharani sitting and weeping also. So then all of them, they become united in grief. It happens sometimes. Even in family, sometimes grief unites even those people who don't like each other. So Krishna united all the gopis without, and did not make them lose the faith completely, but at the same time gave them a fresher challenge so that they do not take Krishna very lightly. Basically, the whole idea here is Krishna and the representatives of Krishna, the pure devotees of Krishna like Srila Prabhupada, they will always do few activities which will keep our bhakti alive, dynamic and full of fresher challenges. We should not criticize. For example, Srila Prabhupada, whenever he used to get book distribution reports, what he used to say? Double it. Double it definitely removes the complacency, but at the same time it adds a little element of adventure, that whether we'll be able to double it or not. At the same time it is doable. We have done 10 books, now we have to do 20. It's doable. So this way, when fresher challenges keep coming in our life, one should understand that Krishna is pushing us forward, or rather pulling us closer towards him. When no fresher challenges are coming, that means we should understand some aparadh we have done. So therefore Krishna is not revealing us, rather he is putting a veil between him and us. So this is something which we have to understand. Now, I want to discuss these gopis, and I have listed down few pastimes from Bhagavatam, and with that we will try to understand, did Krishna reveal or did he veil? Did he reveal himself or did he hide himself? Okay. Last time I asked this question, that does Krishna reveal himself? We understand that Krishna reveals himself to the devotees. So how does he reveal, and does he reveal equally? So there is a very nice verse in Bhagavatam. It is 10:43-17. Mallanam ashnair nrinam naravaraihi strinam smaro murtiman gopanam swajanam kshatam shasta shitibhujam swapitroh shishuhu mrityur bhojpater virad vidusham tatvam param yoginam vrishninam paradevateti viditoh Rangam Gatah Sagrajah. So the nectar of devotion defines 12 rasas, 5 primary and 7 secondary rasas. This is one verse, 10:43-17, you can note down, which lists all 12 rasas. If you want to understand what are the different rasas, mellows, it is all there in this one verse. So different people are seeing Krishna differently. Many of them are devotees, many of them are non-devotees. How is Krishna revealing himself? How is he hiding himself? Even amongst his devotees, to what degree he is revealing himself, to which devotee, everything is told in this verse. I would like to focus, it's a whole big discussion to go in each detail, but I would like to focus on Kamsa. He says, Mrityur Bhojpater. Bhojpate means king of Bhoja dynasty. And he is seeing him as Mrityu. What is the form which Kamsa saw? Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains that in the Bhagavad Gita 11th chapter, what is shown? Vishwarup. And after showing the Vishwarup is shown the Kalarup. There is a difference between the two. In the Kalarup, Arjuna becomes very afraid, because he is seeing that Krishna has various mouths and fire and all the cosmic elements are coming out of his mouth, and different soldiers like Jayadratha, Karna, Duryodhana, Bhishma, they are all going in his mouth. And their skulls are being crushed by the teeth. And Krishna is wiping his probably. And it's a very dangerous form to see. And Arjuna is becoming afraid. Who is Arjuna? Who has equaled Lord Shiva in battle. He didn't become afraid from Lord Shiva, but he's now afraid to see this Kala Rupa. So anybody will get afraid when they will see Kala Rupa. So that Kala Rupa, who is seeing? Kamsa is seeing when Krishna is entering. But how is Devaki and Vasudev seeing? Vrishninam Swapitro Shishuhu. The parents, Swapitroho, they are seeing Lord Krishna as a small child who is bluish black, body is like butter, very soft, coming. Probably, this reminds me of what Muchukunda, when he sees Krishna in a cave, he is concerned that, my dear Lord, you are there in this forest, you have such tender feet. How did you walk and come in this cave? Did your feet not get hurt? Devotees have that bhava, so they see. So Devaki and Vasudeva are thinking, just see, he is our child, he has come to Mathura, maybe he's feeling hot, I don't know, has he eaten or not, so soft, so tender. But what is Kamsa seeing? This form, Kalarup form is seeing, that now I am going to die. And Virad Avidusham. Avidusham means, what is the translation of Avidusham? Unintelligent people. The unintelligent people saw the Virat Rupa. Those who were unintelligent in the assembly of Mathura, they saw Krishna in the Virat Rupa. Virad Avidusham. Mrityur Bhojapater Virad Avishutham. Tatvam Param Yoginam. And those who are great Mahabhagavats or great devotees, they are seeing him as the supreme absolute truth. That here is the truth, just like Bhishma used to see. Krishna is the supreme absolute truth. So, different people are seeing differently. Non-devotees are seeing him as Kala Rupa. Some are seeing, non-devotees like the Mallas. Who are the Mallas who are fighting with Krishna? Who can tell? Chanur, Mushtik, more. Shal, Koot. These are the names. 5 warriors were there. So they are seeing him as Thunderbolt. But somebody is seeing him as Bhagwan, somebody is seeing him as Virat Roop, somebody is seeing him as Kala Roop, somebody is the Swajana. The Vrajvasis, they are thinking he's our man only, nothing special about him. So, this is a very nice lesson which we learn from here. That Krishna reveals himself according to our inner nature, according to our consciousness, according to our seva bhav, surrender, etc. There is another pastime, this Ras Leela pastime, where Krishna has hid himself from the gopis and then he has emerged in the four-handed form. Four-handed form, it is not the Balaji form, but a slightly different form. There is description of it. So the gopis are looking for him. Imagine Krishna is the Paramatma in everybody's heart. How difficult it is to inspire for him, to inspire someone to find him. He is there in your heart, my heart. If he wants to be found, how difficult it is for him to be found. In one moment he will say, come to that room, I am there. But then he hid himself. Krishna used to play hide and seek games with his cowherd boyfriends also. So they used to tie his eyes, and then Krishna would struggle to find. Now how difficult it is for Krishna to find someone. He really knows where you are and what's happening in your stomach right now. He knows everything. So, but then Krishna, he acts like that. So in the Ras Leela pastime, he is exhibiting that four-handed form. The gopis are madly looking for him, and then from far they see a bluish blackish complexion. So they think, oh, that is Krishna. So they come running in a mad state, and then they realize, oh, this is not Krishna, this is Narayana. And then they offer obeisances, and they ask, my dear Narayana, have you seen Krishna? So Krishna says, Krishna is having fun. Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur says that Krishna is laughing and he is telling, yeah, Krishna went that side. And the gopi is like, thank you Narayana. And then they... But then Srimati Radharani comes. And then she is crying, and her, what is it called? The mascara which is there in her eyes, it has got Rudantam Muhur Netram, that Damodar Leela, have you seen? How the mascara has spread on. So like that her hair is disheveled, not in proper place. And then the whole mascara has been washed off and smeared on her beautiful lotus-like face. And in that form she comes in front and she's asking, my dear Narayana, have you seen Krishna? So Lord Krishna, when he sees the urgency with which Radharani is looking for, she came in towards the end because she was looking for Krishna with the highest amount of urgency, the highest amount of desperation. So when Krishna saw that, he could not handle it. Seeing her cry, Krishna also started crying, and the two arms went away, and then he stood in the Shyam Sundar form in front of Srimati Radharani. So from this incident also it is very clear that Krishna will reveal or wheel based on our consciousness. And there is no formula to this also. You cannot make a formula. If you do this, if you chant 16 rounds in one shot, if you read every day 1 hour, if you follow all the instructions, if you attend the Mangalarti for 12 years, then Shyam Sundar will stand in front of you. No, nothing works like that. Had it been working like that, then so many people would have attained Krishna. Therefore I say, bhakti is a path of grace, bhakti is the path of mercy. Only when someone blesses you. Somebody who has Krishna has to bless you. And of course, you have to be strict, sincere and serious. From your side, what you can do is be strict, serious and sincere. And just wait when Krishna will reveal. How he will reveal, you don't know. So this should make us very humble. This understanding should help us to reduce our offenses actually. His Grace Bhurijan Prabhu was explaining in his Shikshashtakam seminar that if you are a businessman and if you know that a particular customer can give you a lot of business, how you will treat him? You will treat him very nicely. And if you are a businessman and if you get a customer who can give you so much business that for the next 7 generations you don't need to work, how will you treat him?
Very, very nicely.
Hmm?
Very, very nicely.
Very, very nicely. Thank you. You are the first person who answered. Everybody is just smiling. कि प्रभु हमको 7 generations का भी business मिले फिर भी I will not treat him nicely. So नाम अकारी बहुधा निज सर्व शक्ति तत्रार्पिता नियमिता स्मरणेन काल. Krishna has invested his personal potencies in all his holy name, and his holy name can give us whatever we want. So how we should treat the holy name? How we should treat Krishna? This understanding or even this thought process should help us reduce our offenses. Similarly, if we understand that despite being strict, serious and sincere, by our own efforts we cannot attain Krishna, it is only by the blessings and the prayers of other devotees. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, when Dhruv Maharaj, now another counter question can come that Prabhu, only a pure devotee can give Krishna. All these people are not pure devotees. Fine, look, just kick them out from this room. Very strange, in Srimad Bhagavatam, Dhruva Maharaj, who has got darshan of Lord Krishna when he was 5 years old, he gets carried away and starts killing all the yakshas. And then Swayambhuva Manu comes and he says, stop killing, he stops. And then he says that, okay, the Yakshapati, Kuvera, has been offended by your killing of the yakshas. Dhruva Maharaj becomes very fearful. Now, who is Kuvera and who is Dhruva? Kuvera is a demigod. who may not be sure whether what will be the destination. But Dhruva is destined to go back home, back to Godhead. But Dhruva becomes very afraid. And running, he goes to beg forgiveness from whom? Kuvera. And you know what benediction he asks from Kuvera? Please bless me so that my mind becomes fixed on the lotus feet of Krishna. Please bless me so that I can develop pure devotion for Krishna. And you'll be surprised, Kuvera says, Tathastu. Kya chal raha hai? It's so difficult to understand. So you cannot say that I will give my respect only to acharyas or pure devotees. बाकी सब लोग पानी कम है, थोड़ा निकलो, भागो यहाँ से. I don't want to talk to you. You cannot be disrespectful to anybody. Dhruv Maharaj shows it by his personal endeavor. Even when the Vaikuntha Viman has come to take him, Dhruv Maharaj goes back to the, I forget which mountains he went to do tapasya again. So there, he is a pure devotee, Mahabhagavat, self-realized, God-realized person. But when he goes there, he sees all the others are doing pranayam, kapalbhati and this, that exercise and all, mystic yogis. So just to make them feel comfortable, for 3 days he also did pranayam and everything. Hatha yoga and this. But after that he started chanting Hare Krishna. And when the Vaikuntha Viman has come, he could have simply gone. But he didn't do that. He had bath. Then he put tilak on 12 different places in his body. He performed his whatever regular spiritual activities. And before going, he went and begged for blessings from all the yogis and sadhakas and devotees who were around him. Very strange. Vaikuntha Viman has come and it is waiting. Dhruv, only you can come. Others, no. But Dhruva is going and asking blessings from those people who, according to material calculations, are less advanced in spiritual life than him. Are you able to understand what I am saying? The key point which I am trying to make here is, do not disrespect anybody. Do not offend anybody. Krishna can give you his mercy even through a dog. Krishna can give you a mercy from a Gita course participant also. Krishna can give you his mercy through Prabhupada also. So one has to learn to respect everybody, and when we follow this, then we can give up our enviousness. If we have to give up the disease of enviousness, if we are eager that Krishna should reveal himself to us, then we should learn to respect everybody. This is a very serious thing. Srila Prabhupada was sick once, and one doctor came, and he didn't know who's Prabhupada, the Acharya and all. But he was sick. So Prabhupada, the doctor told, Swamiji, your problem is that you talk a lot, but you don't walk. Openly he said. And then there was one sannyasi at that time, Brahmananda Swami. If anybody has seen him, he is like a mountain, 7 feet tall and huge, and he was about to just catch him and then throw him out of this material world. But then Prabhupada told him, stop. Krishna is speaking through him. So the idea that Krishna will speak only through pure devotees may not be a fully correct idea. But of course, this does not mean that you hear something from a guava seller and then, thank you, Krishna, you spoke. No. If you feel that Krishna has revealed, in our life we have to confirm from Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. But Acharyas can, they have realized they can act independently. So therefore, because that doctor spoke like that, because Prabhupada understood that it is a revelation from Krishna, that is how the morning walks started. And then so much spiritual nectar came out of those morning walks, thanks to that doctor. So the core message which I am trying to give here is, or trying to share here is, we can try our best. We can be strict, We can be serious, we can be sincere, and this is necessary. This is our dharma, this is our duty. We have to do this. We should not be attached to not doing our duty of being strict, serious, and sincere. However, we should fully understand that Krishna will reveal by the grace, by the method of grace, by the path of grace. And we need everybody's grace. We need everybody's prayers. We need everybody's blessings. This is the method, this is the message which I am trying to share here. So Krishna will reveal, of course, according to our maturity. He will also reveal according to our need, according to our mood, according to our devotional practice. However, He will also reveal at times by the grace of other devotees also. Now, another example from Srimad Bhagavatam I would like to give. Especially to those devotees who are humble. It is seen, of course we cannot make a pattern here that if you become humble, Krishna will reveal Himself. Take it as a formula. But it seems to be like a pattern that those who are attached to being humble and not behind name and entitlement and positions, and those who have pleased the pure devotees, Krishna generally reveals Himself to such people. For example, the case of Maharaj Pratap Rudra. He had so much association with Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, so much association with Ramanand Rai. He was sweeping the road in front of Jagannath Rath Yatra just like a servant. Even Nityananda Prabhu favored him. And then he became very, very fortunate. And so one pattern which we see, that those who are humble, those who are trying to please the pure devotees, especially those who are sincerely engaged in Krishna consciousness, there is a good chance that Krishna will reveal Himself. But even from many devotees, sometimes Krishna intentionally hides Himself from devotees also. Sometimes Krishna intentionally does not remove a particular anartha just to make a devotee more humble, or just to make a devotee become more strict or sincere in their practice of bhakti, just to relish the glory of the path of bhakti. So it's very inconceivable. There's no formula as such, but why does Krishna hide Himself even from mature devotees, even from pure devotees sometimes? Now I'll give you some pastimes from Bhagavatam where Krishna hid Himself even from pure devotees. Are you all there with me till now? This is a difficult to understand subject matter, but if you are understanding that it is difficult to understand, that means you should be happy. The pastime of Jaya, Vijay and 4 Kumaras. Who are Jaya, Vijay? Does Vaikuntha needs doorkeepers? Can any enemy enter Vaikuntha? And why doorkeepers are there? Seva, yes. Just some service engagement. And how many years have Jay and Vijay served Lord Vishnu? Option A, 10,000 years. Option B, since the beginning of the creation. Option C, time immemorial. Option D, you decide. They are serving Lord Vishnu from time immemorial. And then there comes these 4 Kumaras, whose birth date can be mentioned, that in the beginning of the creation, on the first day of Brahma, in this Manvantara, on this date, the 4 Kumaras came as the Manas Putras of Brahma. After Brahma, the oldest personalities of this universe are the 4 Kumaras, but they are like 5-year-old boys. They have chosen to have that 5-year-old body. They look like children, but they are the most advanced people. So who is more spiritually advanced? The 4 Kumaras or the Jay and Vijay? But past time में क्या हो रहा है? Who is getting cursed? 4 Kumaras are getting cursed. Sorry, Jay and Vijay are getting cursed. Let me describe you the whole incident. The 4 Kumaras, they are going to one of the Vaikuntha planets. Actually, 4 Kumaras have no access to Vaikuntha. Because 4 Kumaras, they are Brahmavadis. They are not Mayavadis, they are Brahmavadis. They know everything about Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagwan, but they are more attached to the Virat Rupa. They are Brahmavadis. Or rather, you can say they are Jnanis. So they can never enter the spiritual world for that matter. However, when they are trying to enter, some acharyas say that they went to Shvetadvip. There is a portal to the spiritual world even in this material universe, where our Durvasa Rishi went, or where the Devatas go. That place only they were going. So they were crossing one door after another door after another door, but when they were about to enter the personal association of the Lord, they were stopped by the 2 gatekeepers, Jay and Vijay. Then their beautiful form is described. They are looking like Lord Vishnu. And they have beautiful noses, garlands coming till the knees, 400 form. But their eyebrows are crooked. And they are looking at these 4 naked boys. Kyun aaye hain log yahan par? And then when they are stopped, the 4 Kumaras, they start giving all the etiquette कि आपने etiquette खराब किया है. And the Lord is called Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha. You are stopping Brahmanas like us. You are having Bhed Buddhi. Although you are there in Vaikuntha, but you have Bhed Buddhi. You are seeing someone as enemy and someone as friend. Have you not read the 7th canto of Bhagavatam, Prahlad Maharaj's teachings, where he says that one should not see someone as friend or enemy. Which enemy can enter the Vaikuntha? All those arguments they give, and then you have Bhed Buddhi, so you deserve to stay in the material world. Therefore, we curse you that you will go to the material world. Then something very strange happens. The Jay and Vijay, they fall at the lotus feet of the 4 Kumaras. I don't know which 2 Kumaras' feet they held. Or maybe they have 4 hands, they can catch the feet of all 4 Kumaras at the same time. I don't know. These things are inconceivable. They fell at the feet of the 4 Kumaras and they begged for forgiveness. And at that time, when this is happening, Lord Vishnu comes into the picture. The most beautiful description, one of the most beautiful descriptions of Bhagavatam is this, Lord Vishnu entering the scene. I thought I will tell those verses, but shortage of time I could not collect it. So very nicely he is coming, defining the very definition of beauty, defeating the beauty of Mother Lakshmi also. There Prabhupada gives a very strange comment, that the residents of Vaikuntha want to see Lord Vishnu more beautiful than Lakshmi. But the residents of Goloka want Radharani to look more beautiful than Krishna. I have not yet understood the depth of this statement, but I am hoping one day Krishna will reveal by the grace of some devotee. So the Shastra is very personal. Prabhupada has put everything in these scriptures, in the Srimad Bhagavatam purports especially. Srila Prabhupada has put everything. There are some nonsense, garbage people who say that Prabhupada didn't give us everything. No, he has given us everything. Just like Krishna reveals himself based on our inner consciousness, based on our maturity, based on our positioning towards the path of Sharanagati. Similarly, Srila Prabhupada's purports will also reveal themselves according to our service attitude. So, they fall at the feet of the 4 Kumaras and Lord Vishnu is coming, and then Lord Vishnu makes some statements after hearing which both Jay and Vijay are afraid and 4 Kumaras are afraid. Now, point to be noted, 4 Kumaras are standing in front of Lord Vishnu. They are not ordinary people. Have you stood in front of Lord Vishnu? Haven't. They are not ordinary people. And Jay and Vijay, they are eternal associates of Lord Vishnu. But I am giving you an example where Krishna has revealed himself and where he has veiled himself, hidden himself. Why he hides himself also we will discuss. So this is a classic case that even from his pure devotees, sometimes he hides himself. And then he's making statements. First he comes out and then he smiles at the four Kumaras. Four Kumaras are thinking, "Theek hai, we are welcome here." And Jai Vijay are thinking, "Oh, maybe Lord is not smiling at us. Maybe we are at fault." Then Lord Vishnu looks at them and he smiles at them also. And then they are thinking, "Oh, the Lord is on our side." And then the Lord starts saying that by the service to the lotus feet of the Brahmanas, I have gained so much good qualities that my lotus feet, wherever they go, they wipe out all the sin. Even though I am not interested in Lakshmi, she never leaves me because I am a servant. First he says this line, that by the service to the lotus feet of Brahmanas, I have got so much potency that wherever I go, my lotus feet wipe out all the sins. So the Brahmanas are thinking, "Arey Bapre, what is the Lord saying? We are carrying Lord Krishna in our heart. We are serving him. Why is he speaking sarcastically to us?" And then he looks at Jai and Vijay and he says, "Mother Lakshmi is so much attached to me, although I am not so much attached, because I am a servant of my devotees." And Jai and Vijay are thinking, "Galti ho gaya. We should not have done this. You are so nice." And then he looks at Jai and Vijay and says, "A fault." Mic stopped working. Mic has stopped working. Charging khatam ho gaya. Then Jai and Vijay started thinking. He looks at Jai and Vijay and he says, "Please sit down. I don't need mic. Please sit down." Sunai de raha hai na? And then he looks at Jai and Vijay and he says that the fault committed by my servants, since I have accepted you as my servants, the fault committed by the servant is like the fault done by the master. So Jai and Vijay become again little nervous and they are thinking why we did that. So like this he makes equivocal statements and both the eternal associates of the Lord are afraid ki ab kya hoga, and the Brahmavadis like the four Kumaras, they are also not able to understand what the Lord is saying. But Acharyas like Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, they give us some clarity. Please give me fast. Acharyas like Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, they give clarity. If you read those statements simply, you will not understand what's going on. But Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives clarity that the Lord is chastising the Brahmanas. He's telling that in fact the four Kumaras also, once the Lord stops speaking, they realize and they say, "My dear Lord," because the Lord says in the end that the punishment which you have given to these my servants Jai and Vijay, I approve of that punishment. However, I have one small request. You kindly bless them that they may take this curse, but they may come back to the service of my lotus feet as early as possible. So by this statement, the four Kumaras realize that we have made a grave mistake by cursing eternal associates of the Lord, Vaishnavas, residents of material world. We have by mistake cursed the residents of the spiritual world. And then Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives explanation that what did Jai and Vijay did actually. When four Kumaras cursed them, the Jai and Vijay, they fell at the lotus feet of the four Kumaras, and by the association of Jai and Vijay, by the touch of the lotus hands of Jai and Vijay, which had only served Lord Vishnu till now and done nothing else, by the association of Jai and Vijay, by the touch of Jai and Vijay, four Kumaras got upgraded from Brahmavad to Bhakti. And because of association of Jai and Vijay, and Jai and Vijay knew what they are doing. They knew that the Lord is coming, but these people, they are not in a position to see the Lord. So by giving their association to the four Kumaras, they upgraded them so that when the Lord came and the smell of the tulsi leaf from his lotus feet went into the nose of the four Kumaras, they became devotees. However, because of the offense committed at the lotus feet of eternal associates of Lord Vishnu, they remained at Shantrati. They could not enter Dasya, Sakhya
or other rasas. So this is the understanding which Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives. Critical teaching from this pastime which we can learn is, sometimes Krishna hides himself from even a mature devotee to protect that devotee from further Vaishnava aparadha. Point to be noted, that offenses are more dangerous than sins. If you commit some sin, even at the level of, if you become strict, serious and sincere, and then if you pray, the sins can be washed off. But offenses can be cleared only at the level of prema. So sometimes when some devotee starts doing many offenses, Vaishnava aparadha, Krishna veils himself, he hides himself, and then somehow pushes that devotee away from the association of other devotees, so that they will not do further Vaishnava aparadha. And then what Krishna does, he generates material desires in their heart. Off-site jayenge, car kharidenge, ghar banayenge, naya dukaan khulenge. Some material desire. It varies from people to people. So whenever material desires are coming in our heart, we should immediately understand that we have done some offense somewhere. And we are not able to access Krishna as much as possible. That is also blessing of Krishna in one way. One should not become very frustrated that earlier I was able to, understand or see Krishna's mercy everywhere. Now I am not able to see it. It is Krishna's plan only. Krishna's lap or Krishna's slap, all are good for us. So sometimes Krishna allows material entanglement temporary. Sometimes he withdraws higher realizations only to prevent further spiritual damage. This we can learn from Jay and Vijay incident. He veiled himself from the four Kumaras. He also veiled himself a little bit from Jay and Vijay, just to make a solution to this whole situation. So now I would like to sum up everything. Again, as I said, there is no one who can give us a formula, but some patterns. When does Krishna reveal himself? Number one, wherever there is humility and service attitude, in a strict, serious and sincere atmosphere of Krishna consciousness, so much so that other devotees are blessing us, there is a good chance that Krishna will reveal. Wherever there is freedom from pride, Krishna will reveal. Wherever we respect every devotee, not just acharyas, but everyone. Of course, we cannot respecting every devotee does not mean that, okay, a person who has come to the temple hall and he is giving a flying kiss to Krishna and we are like washing his lotus feet. No. Washing of lotus feet is done only for acharyas. But we have to respect him. Srila Rupa Goswami says that anybody who has chanted the name of Krishna once, we should mentally offer respect to such a person. Anybody who has strictly, seriously started following the instructions of the spiritual master and thereby has received initiation and is engaged in worshipping the deities, such a person we should offer dandavats, full obeisances. And anybody who has come to the level of sincerity, that means who has no malice, who has no envy, who has no, what were the other things? Material motives, and who is not fault finding with others, such a person we should sit next to that person, serve him, become his servant, seek association of that person. So even Rupa Goswami is telling that respect does not mean you wash everybody's lotus feet. No, you have to give respect in a differential way. But the main point here is we cannot disrespect anybody. One disadvantage of disrespecting someone is, again, Dhruv Maharaj's case. Who had disrespected Dhruv Maharaj? Suruchi. When Dhruv Maharaj was disrespected by Suruchi, at that time, was Dhruv Maharaj a devotee? But later on he became a devotee. So who had to get the punishment? Suruchi. So let's say I am disrespecting one guava seller today. No, he is eating, drinking, doing all nasty things, and I disrespected him, threw him out. And then some devotee met him, he gave him a book, he started chanting Hare Krishna, he became a pure devotee. Then Krishna will punish you. Even if somebody becomes a devotee in future, and if you have disrespected him in the past, Krishna will punish you. So question is whom you can disrespect? You can never disrespect anybody. And this is very serious observation. When we learn to respect everybody. Now, respect does not mean that as soon as I met the guava seller, I wash his feet and I drink the water. You are my savior. No. Sometimes when people go in Vrindavan, they start seeking blessings from auto walas, guava sellers, आप हमको आशीर्वाद दीजिए, truck drivers. ऐसा भी नहीं करना है. But we have to respect them. Just the formula which Rupa Goswami has given. When we respect everybody, then we can work on our enviousness. We will stop being envious. So when we are humble, strict, serious, sincere in our sadhana, nice service attitude, when we don't have pride, when we have respect for devotees, and we have welfare attitude towards non-devotees also, and when we have the willingness to be corrected. Who can have willingness to be corrected? This is again I am inferring from the pastime of Dhruv Maharaj and Jai Vijay and four Kumaras everywhere. Only those who have agreed to give up their false ego, they can be corrected. One who has a lot of false ego, can that person be corrected? If we try to correct them, they will become Ritviks. Those who are senior, they know this history. Somebody tried to correct someone and that person became a Ritvik. Recently, these are not hidden facts, let me speak open. Recently in Patna, someone tried, the ISKCON bureau tried to correct some people. They have left ISKCON, they have gone to Gaudiya Math, taken sannyas, they have become gurus now. Because ISKCON bureau tried to correct them. So will Krishna reveal to such people or will he veil himself from such people? He will hide him. Have you heard the concept of a frozen bank account? We all know our Raghukul Shatrughan Prabhu is the richest person in this room. It's a well-known fact. He may have 50,000 crore rupees. So 50,000 crore rupees bring different kinds of facilities. But let's say if we freeze his bank account, then what? He's as good as our Mani Sahib Prabhu. Correct, no? So similarly, you have the money is yours, but you can't use it. You can't use it. So similarly, when we have false ego, Krishna will hide himself from us. We may have done a lot of bhakti, we may have done a lot of guru seva, sadhana, but all of a sudden, we cannot access. Now, bhakti can never be destroyed. Another conceptual clarity. Even Vaishnava Aparadh cannot destroy bhakti. Although in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lord Chaitanya says that it's like a mad elephant offense. If a mad elephant enters your garden and it will trample your garden and uproot the bhakti lata, nothing will be left. It is true. One feels like that. One feels like that. If you have done some serious offense, you will feel distaste in bhakti. You will feel, whenever you will see the Jap Mala and the Sakshi Mala, you will feel, who brought me to Krishna consciousness? I have to chant so many rounds. Whenever you will see Srila Prabhupada's books, you will be like, kal karenge. Whenever you will see some service, Prabhuji, aata hu, 2 minutes, office ka, bahut important meeting hai. Every time in Yatra, some people will message me, due to some office work, I could not come, this, that, due to mental problem, due to health problem, due to financial problem, due to this problem, that problem. Somehow or the other, we will not feel the urgency to practice Krishna consciousness. So it is not that our bhakti is destroyed. No, it will never get destroyed. But the result or the sweet fruits of that bhakti, the relishment, the taste, the asakti, the ruchi, the nishtha will Kal tak, till yesterday I was very enthusiastic to chant my 16th round and I used to relish my 17th round. But after doing Vaishnava Prad, gradually, not from today only, over a period of time, 16 rounds will become a burden for me. But still my bhakti is not destroyed. Vaishnava Prad, what is the solution of Vaishnava Prad? With tears in your eyes, you have to touch the lotus feet of that devotee, ask for forgiveness, and hopefully that devotee will forgive you. If he does, then the next criteria is whether Krishna will forgive you. So therefore one should be very afraid of disrespecting and offending devotees. And therefore, Lord Vishnu tells to Jay and Vijay and four Kumaras that Brahmanas, when they scold someone, one should, with a smile on their face, bow their head and say, "My dear spiritual master, thank you very much for scolding me. You can beat me up also." This should be the attitude. But Vishwanath Chakradhara Thakur comments that when Brahmanas, who are not qualified Brahmanas, when they become harsh and they speak badly to someone, pure Vaishnavas, they only laugh. The point which I am trying to say here is, whether somebody is a Brahmana or a Vaishnava, one should be ready to be corrected in spiritual life. Only those who are ready to be corrected in spiritual life, Krishna will reveal himself to them. Those who always raise a red flag, that okay, you cannot talk to me like this, you cannot do me like this, why you didn't give me the gulab jamun, and you cannot talk like that. So these are some patterns which we can see from various pastimes. Humility has to be there, freedom from pride, respect for devotees and welfare for non-devotees, service attitude and willingness to be corrected. Then Krishna generally reveals himself in such situations, generally. And when will Krishna hide himself? When this pride comes in, karta bhav. For example, if we start thinking, just see how nice cook I am. Without me, what can happen? Nothing will happen. For example, if our Mani Sahai Prabhu, chief Yatra organizer, if he starts thinking, if I am not there, who can organize Yatras? Or if our Narayan Swami Prabhu starts thinking, if I am not there, who will open the temple and do Mangalarti? And Divyesh Prabhu will think, if I will not remind, then both of them will do what? So, whenever this pride will come, Krishna will hide himself. Another thing, when Krishna will hide, when this I know mentality comes, I know it. When familiarity comes, Krishna as the Supreme Lord, in his association and dealings with his devotees, he always deals in such a way that he makes sure that the familiarity concept does not come in. Whether it is Arjuna or whether it is Hanuman or whether it is Radharani or whether it is Prataprudra or anybody, he does not like familiarity. Nobody can become over familiar with Krishna. That is the person he is. So similarly, those who have this I know mentality, those who have this familiarity mentality, Krishna hides himself also. Whenever a person starts becoming very judgmental, often judging, देखो कैसे बैठा है, this judgmental attitude if it comes, then also Krishna hides himself. Because this judgmental attitude gives rise to offense attitude. Those who are very judgmental, they will start offending others. So these kind of circumstances, whether pride is there, I know, familiarity, judging, offensive mentality, then Krishna will hide himself. And externally it will not be visible. Let's say Krishna has hid himself from someone, it will not become evident to everybody. It will not become evident. In Hindi we say Bhagwan ki lathi mein kya hai? आवाज नहीं होती. So others will not come to know that Krishna, others will think, oh, he is still a Mahabhavat. But that is not the case. One will degrade in spiritual life and they will only know how much they are struggling. So, realizations in Krishna consciousness, they may not be permanent assets. It all depends on our attitude. You have realized something while doing seva. Krishna may in one moment make you forget everything. It depends on your attitude. And that is why Srila Prabhupada says, the advancement in Krishna consciousness depends on the attitude of the follower. So one has to be very, very careful. In the Vishnu Puran, this Jai Vijay pastime and has been added more details. So it seems, or rather, I will not say all this. I will ask you a question. Tell me one incident where Krishna made his devotees forget something. Whatever realizations they had, he made them forget it. Bharat Maharaj. Yes. Bharat Maharaj, strict devotee. Any other example? Where somebody has some deep realization about Krishna, but Krishna made him forget. Lord Brahma. Why you say that? Have you read the Bhagavatam? Therefore I disagree. Brahma, in the 10th canto it is mentioned, he stole the cowherd boys to see how glorious my Lord is. He did not go with, dekhenge waise nahi. He was like, my Lord, you are so great. Let me see how glorious you are. To reveal the glory of Krishna, with that mood Lord Brahma had gone. Dhruv Maharaj? No, the Lord had told during जब वो मिले ध्रुव उसी समय बोल दिया था कि फ्यूचर में you will kill. Have you not? Ram? I will give you one example. Mother Yashoda, she has seen Krishna inside the mouth and she is seeing how Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God, but Lord Krishna smiled and made her forget everything. That's why I said realizations are not permanent assets. It depends upon your attitude. You have got a particular realization by the mercy, don't be proud about it. Any moment it can be taken. So in Vishnu Puran, it is mentioned that Jain Vijay had once, Lord Vishnu had told that I am taking rest, for the next 4 hours, no disturbance. I don't know whether he said 4 hours or not, but he said I want to take some rest, no disturbance. And then Mother Lakshmi was coming and Jain Vijay like, mat jaiye please. Mother Lakshmi like, I am Lakshmi Baba, I am your mother. You cannot stop me like this. That theek hai, no problem. But Lakshmi said, how can you stop me? So she went, Lord was sleeping, she woke him up. Kya hoga? So, whose master you are? You are my master or Jain Vijay's master? Imagine you wake up somebody and ask him this question. So Jain Vijay is standing like this, Lakshmi is also standing like this. Lord is thinking that if I say Lakshmi, I am your master, Jain Vijay will feel that from time infinity we are serving, sab barbad ho gaya. Jab mauka aaya, hamara side hi nahi liye. And Lakshmi is thinking, if he says Jain, Lakshmi was afraid, what if he says Jain Vijay? So the whole man maryada will be crushed. So how do you think Lord handled this situation? He just smiled and Lakshmi and Jai Vijay, both of them forgot. So therefore, one of the reasons why in Jain Vijay had to quit was they had shown a little bit disrespect to Mother Lakshmi. But this is not the main reason. The main reason why Jain Vijay had been cursed, because the Lord wanted it. Jain Vijay had heard the glorification of Lord Vishnu from one bird, and the bird was glorifying the heroic activities done by the Lord, the way he fights. So Jain Vijay thought that these are very normal heroic activities. Only a true servant of the Lord can give pleasure to the Lord when it comes to fighting. Let's go and give some real heroic pleasure to the Lord by fighting with him. Because they had developed this desire and the Lord understood it, so he made this arrangement. This is the real reason. And also, something very technical I will tell you, your mind will be fully confused and you will be fully convinced that you do not understand anything in Krishna consciousness. In 8th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, in the Samudra Manthan Leela, when Mohini Murti comes and she distributes Amrita to everybody, and then the demons, they become very angry, and then they wage a war on the Shvetadvip, on the milk shore of the milk ocean only. At that time, at one point of time, demigods were winning, but then Bali Maharaj comes into the picture and then he starts fighting and the demigods are being defeated. And at that time, they remember Lord Vishnu. And then as soon as they remember Lord Vishnu, all the mystical, magical spell of the demons gets finished. And then Lord Vishnu appears. And along with Vishnu appears 8 other servants. If you have carefully read Srimad Bhagavatam, in 8th canto you will see, along with Lord Vishnu, during Samudra Manthan Leela, till now Ravan and Kumbhakaran have not yet appeared, but along with Vishnu, Jay and Vijay have also come. Now, how is it possible? How is it possible? So therefore you understand that you don't understand anything. So Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur says that Jay and Vijay never left the service of the Lord. They expanded themselves and sent one expansion to the material world to do this seva. So what are the final takeaways which we have here? One should never demand revelation from the Lord. One should not measure advancement in spiritual life based on experiences or revelations also. It may be possible that the most mature devotee may have only one revelation and Krishna may give more revelation to someone. It's completely up to him. One should only focus on being strict, serious and sincere service, Vaishnava dealings, gratitude. One should avoid pride, one should avoid I know, familiarity mentality, judgmental, offensive mentality, especially offenses. We should all walk in the footsteps of Jay and Vijay. Even when Jay and Vijay have been cursed to become demons and go to Bhuloka, what they are praying, my dear Lord, even if we become demons, please bless me so that I may never forget you. This is the only prayer which will save us in all circumstances. 2 Mahabhagavats are mentioned in Bhagavatam. Kunti, there are many Mahabhagavats, but 2 Mahabhagavats in contrast, Kunti and Vritrasur. Both are glorifying the Lord. Kunti is having a very nice devotee Vaishnav Sharira, and Vritrasur is like a demon. Who has more revelation? Who can say? So therefore, externally you cannot understand who is spiritually advanced, who is not spiritually advanced. It is all how much your spiritual advancement is, only 2 people know. Who are these 2 people? Krishna and no, you also don't know. You think that you are advanced, but you are not advanced. Or maybe you are thinking you are not advanced, but your cake has come. Yes, just give me 2 minutes, I will wrap up. वो बहुत बड़ा distraction है. So only 2 people know where you stand in Krishna consciousness. Guru and Krishna. Let them guide you in bhakti. And you should not demand anything, just go on serving. Final takeaways. Krishna reveals only what helps us to progress from where we are. Second, Krishna hides himself when further revelation would harm us. For example, in case of Brahma, if he would have further revealed himself, Brahma would have died. So he put the curtain of Yog Maya and then he stood as a 11-year-old boy with curd rice in his hand with some pickles, that too in his left hand. And that is how he appeared. So Krishna will reveal Krishna's lap or Krishna's slap, both beneficial, and he will do what is helpful for us from that particular point in bhakti. Second, sometimes he will veil himself when we become offensive in our attitude, or sometimes even for the purpose of pastime. In Narsimha Leela, Why is Lakshmi getting afraid to see Narsimhadev? But Prahlad is not afraid. Leela. Because Narsimhadev wants Prahlad to be glorified in this pastime. So even Lakshmi is getting afraid, but Prahlad walks in and embraces Narsimhadev. So revelation and wheeling, lap and slap, it is up to him. We cannot judge, oh, Lakshmi is less spiritually advanced, Prahlad is more spiritually advanced. No. There is no formula as such. Mystery is Krishna's nature. If you are thinking you will understand him, good luck. Residents of the material world and residents of the spiritual world both are not able to understand Krishna, and this makes devotees humble. If your worshipable deity, if your Aradhya Bhagwan, or if your person whom you are worshipping is understood by you, you will become complacent, you will become mechanical, you will become an offender. But if you are always on the lookout, oh, what is he up to? Will I be able to please him? Will I be able to serve him? That keeps you in a flow. You do not become mechanical, you do not become an offender, but it keeps you in flow of bhakti. Humility most of the times invites mercy. Offenses cover the mercy. Fresher challenges brought to our life by the agency of Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, or by the agency of Krishna, keeps our bhakti alive. So Krishna is always the same. He is never far. Our eligibility or our consciousness keeps changing. So his revelation is sometimes there, sometimes not there. So this is what I wanted to discuss with you. The whole takeaway here is just try to serve him very nicely. And remember that we do not deserve anything. If somebody becomes merciful on us, that is all we can aspire for. But no matter what happens to us, we have to pray like Jai and Vijay. That even if we are cursed to become demons, my dear Lord, even when we become demons, please bless us that even for a moment we should not forget your lotus feet. This should be our prayer. So with that, I would like to conclude this very difficult to have discussion. But I would like to invite all of you to have a 20-minute reading session, because this is very important. I will give you only 3 verses to read. 7.13, 7th canto, chapter 13, shloka number, I am telling you the shloka number. Please open 7th canto, chapter 13,